You should get. I still think you should get something like a shield or something. But I just think I've been there a couple of times to the final day, and it's such a great day out, and it's such a great occasion. That I do actually agree. It's actually quite a good idea. Right, Jack. Highlight of the week.
Not a sporting one.
Is it the Cannes Film Festival?
Yeah, it's the Cannes Film Festival, which I said
that?
before. 65th anniversary. There's been some very interesting films. There's been a lot of excitement about Brad Pitt's new film, Killing Me Softly, in which he's a gangster. It's a gangster film, basically, and they're all big-time fraudsters. There's also there's also the new Tim Roth film, Broken, which is a story about... Yeah, I saw something about that. A story about an 11-year-old who witnesses a woman with severe learning and physical disabilities being raped, who mistakes that person for a man who beats up his own children. But one of the questions, which is at Pete Doherty's debut, could he act? The answer is no. No, he cannot.
Half fair.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this performance, so
I haven't.
I can't really... You haven't...
No, I haven't seen it. No one's seen it because I haven't been to they only show them at the Cannes Film Festival. The
Well, how
premieres.
can anyone judge that? I'm sorry.
Because people who have who've seen
May I
it.
just say,
Can I just quickly say though, I'm not a Pete Doherty fan, but I felt with some of these reviews, it's like American Pie, American Reunion. Some of the reviews slammed it. I think it's up to taste. I want to wait and see for myself.
I will just say something. It's all about personal opinion, because I'll just go back to Manchester City v Manchester United. There were a lot of people in the papers who blamed David De Gea for the goal. Now, then a few said, it was Chris Smalling's fault. And it's all about personal opinion.
True.
So the people who are talking about Pete Doherty probably don't like him, in all fairness.
Probably. Although there was actually the review of Pete Doherty that I read in The Guardian the review said any of his characteristic performances which he shows on stage have been the life of that has been sucked out and is not helped by a film which appears to be written by a writer who has a phobia of intelligence.
Sorry, maybe sometimes it's not the actor, it's the film.
Yeah, that was the point.
Film.
The point was it was a bad role in a bad play, and he was given the worst possible opportunity.
Well, to be honest, he should know his role and just shut his mouth from now on. Tom, what's your highlight?
Well, the big friendlies before Euro 2012, and Roy Hodgson, the spotlight is certainly on him. It's England v Norway. It's this Saturday, and Ireland are facing Bosnia as well.
So home or away? I'll ask.
For whom? For Ireland. Ireland or not? Or
well, as you're an Ireland fan, not a Bosnia fan, I would have thought that was a Shay Given as two.
Well, no. In all honesty, I thought you meant. Did you mean England?
No, I know England away. I'm not sure about Ireland. Are they home or away? Well, an Ireland fan, you should know this.
Yeah, sure they're at home.
It's in Ireland. It's in Ireland.
It's
at the Aviva Stadium.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I thought that was a given. As I said, it's Ireland v Bosnia. I'm not going to switch it around seconds later. But anyway, it is a big chance. These players are being given a big chance, and James McLean is going to be given a start apparently against Bosnia. A big chance for James. Wishing him all the best, and McLean and McGeady down the wings. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, you might be able to you know more than me, but Ireland seem to be struggling with quite a few injuries at the minute. And how do you think this is going to affect their preparation for the tournament?
Well, I can tell you off memory, I know that we're missing Richard Dunn, John O'Shea.
Is that for the tournament?
And Sean St. Ledger. That's for the games on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Robbie Keane is a major doubt. Shane Long, John Walters and Keith Andrews are also doubts as well. And Shay Given's a doubt as well.
All just for that game?
All of the...
That's not the worst thing if it's just for that game.
How many are doubts for Euro 2012?
The major doubt for Euro 2012 is Keith Fahey, who injured his hamstring last week. It was a suspected tear, but thankfully it looks like it was just a major strain. So you never know, he might get on the bus. But according to a very good source of mine, Shay Given was past third, but won't be risked.
That's good because Shay Given, I think, is crucial for the Irish. Along with Richard Dunn, I think Ireland have got a chance of putting up a couple of upsets. Maybe not against the Spanish, but certainly the Italians. I think they've got a solid enough defence.
I could see them beating Croatia.
And they've got a couple of strikers who can nick a goal. I think they could maybe surprise one or two people.
Well, I personally think England and Ireland will both qualify from their group stage. Second.
Yeah.
I think Ireland will lose to Spain. I think it might be a trouncing, but I honestly think Ireland have got enough to beat Croatia and enough to beat Italy. People are saying I'm wrong. Well, we'll see, because I think Ireland have always struggled with pacey wingers. Look what we've got this time. Yeah. We've got two of the best pacey wingers in the world, in my opinion, in McLean and Aidan McGeady.
Look at how Italy did in their last major international tournament.
Well, exactly. They
went out in the group stages.
They drew with New Zealand.
On the same day as the longest ever match in tennis history. On a completely separate note.
Who was that against?
Maya against...
It was the American lad against the French lad.
Yeah.
Someone...
Mahut was the French lad.
Mahut against... Was it Robson?
No.
That's
wrong gender, wrong.
No, not that Robson. Mahut against...
Eisner.
That's the one, Mahut Eisner. And he went from playing the longest ever match in Wimbledon history to the shortest because he got knocked out in something like an hour and 20 minutes.
Because he was knackered. But anyway,
look, we've gone after 11 hours.
Jack
anyway,
Elliott equals tangents. So, we've got our highlight of the week. Actually, lads, who do you think's going to win on the friendlies? Norway v England and Ireland v Bosnia?
I think it'll be a draw with England, and I think Ireland will win.
2-1 to Ireland, 1-1 England. That's my prediction.
Well, I'll predict. I think Norway will beat England, and I think Ireland will lose to Bosnia. I genuinely think this is a chance for both countries to really try.
Don't we think the fact that none of us have predicted that England will beat Norway, that kind of shows pretty negatively upon England, doesn't it?
Well,
but personally, I actually think that Roy Hodgson's going to experiment. I honestly have a feeling.
Martin Kelly's been called up.
Yeah, so I think he's made a few decisions which have been a bit
questionable.
Well, very questionable. But anyway, that isn't the point. The point is, we're nearing the end of another fine episode of Blah De Blah. And lads, any final thoughts?
Well, I'm just excited for the upcoming sport with the Aviva Premiership, with the cricket season, which we'll cover more.
Will Smith scored Durham's first century of the year.
Okay, calm down, sport. The cricket season getting into swing, and also, as we've been talking about, Euro 2012 fast approaching.
Yep.
Well, I will just say that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be showing my true Irish colours here, because I am wishing all the best of luck this week and to Jedward. I hope that they do well. Waterline, it sounds a good song. I'm gonna be going out for a drink on Saturday night, but I'll be having my hair spiked up for Jedward. What are your thoughts on your guy?
Engelbert Humperdinck, Leicester legend. I think he's doing very well in the competition.
Even though he's going first.
It doesn't matter. He's a more respected legendary superstar than Jedward.
Yeah, Jedward no Tara, right?
To be honest, right, not to kind of offend those who like Eurovision, but Dale, are you that bothered?
I wasn't until I met Tom, and now just
no
determined to beat the Irish.
It seems to be an Irish thing. Irish seem to really love Eurovision.
Yeah, I've got to say,
don't seem to be bothered.
They've got a proud history in Eurovision.
Why is that?
I've got to say, it's a tradition. Mm-hmm. It is, and it's going to be the first time that I'm not watching Eurovision at home.
I usually watch it, to be honest.
Genuinely, we'd all the family. We'd get as many members of the family that are in England around
to avoid it most
to watch
of the time.
And it's a bit of tradition. You'd have a nice glass of Guinness and just enjoy. Well, I'd have water until I was 18, of course.
Well, I think we've got plenty of material to talk about this in the next podcast.
Yeah. Well, we will be talking. The next podcast, we will be talking about the Olympic flame. Now, celebrities seem to be taking over the Olympic flame. It was billed as the Olympics for the average man. Is that the case? We'll also be talking about Eurovision. We've just touched on it there. We're going to be talking about Britain and Ireland's hopes. And finally, we'll be talking about Euro 2012. Has either England or Ireland got a realistic chance of winning Euro 2012? Well, thank you for listening to Blah De Blah with me, Tom Feeney.
Me, Dale Harris.
And me, Jack Elliott.
Thank you for listening to Blah
De
Blah.
Remember to follow Blah De Blah. That's at the Blah De Blah. Follow me, Tom Feeney. That's at Thomasini. That's at THOMASINI. MASFEHENY.
At Dale Harris, 1991.
At Jack Elliott, 1993.
Thank you for listening to Blah De Blah. Remember, www.sportingviewpoint.co.uk sponsors this fabulous production.